Hey everybody, today is November 15th, 2018. Today we're getting news that uh, Kim Porter, the mother of P. Diddy's children, has died at the age of 47. And here we have another case of someone who's connected to celebrities, particularly the music industry, who has died at a young age, and currently there's no cause of death given. There was no real indication that she was ill or sick or that she was in poor health. What we need to understand is that these celebrities are being killed by a code. This code involves letters and numbers and dates on the calendar. When we talk about letters and numbers, we're talking about the ancient language of Gematria, which traces back to ancient Hebrew, Greek, Babylonian cultures, and is very much a practice continued to this day in the English language. It's a very simple practice where you simply number the alphabet 1 through 26, each letter relative to its position in the alphabet. And this, in accordance with date numerologies and date durations, provide a window to the truth about what's happening in this world. So first, before I get into the numerology of her death, let's just discuss why we expected a celebrity death on this date to begin with. Today's date, November 15th, 2018. Check out today's date numerologies. First of all, we have the full numerology, 11 plus 15 plus 20 plus 18. This sums to 64. There's another method called standard numerology, which is 11 plus 15 plus 18 equals 44. When this set of numbers is reduced, it sums to 17. And while, yes, you are looking at a lot of numbers here, please understand that the top ones are the most important, as well as the day of the year and days remaining, as we will look at as this video continues. In the language of Gematria, where each letter carries a numeric value, the word kill sums to 17, 44, and 64 when the alphabetic order is reversed. The first method here is the reduction method, where each double-digit number is reduced to a single digit. Furthermore, this is the date leaving 46 days in the year. The word sacrifice equals 46. Now, if you follow my work, you understand that ritual sacrifice is frequently, if not exclusively, carried out by a code related to total solar eclipses. These events are rare. They only occur about 7 times a decade on average. And the ancient accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry, which is founded around the numbers of eclipse, appear to be responsible for this incident, as I'll show. Last year's eclipse was on the date August 21st of 2017. And if you measure to the date November 15th, you find it's a span of 1 year and 87 days. This 187 number might look a little bit familiar to you. This is the homicide code in California. Just the other day, in fact last night, I made a video talking about Malibu, California, a city that was incorporated on March 28th, 1991. The Woolsey Fire, which just recently leveled the city of Malibu, began when the city was exactly 10,087 days old, like that 187 homicide code. In a cipher called Jewish Gematria, which is based on the ancient Latin alphabetic order, this cipher produces much larger numbers and is most certainly the most significant outside of the base 4 methods. In this method, homicide equals 118, and the fire in Malibu began on the date 11/8. Malibu, in fact, sits on the 118th meridian west. So this homicide code is being used to off our celebrities, and it's being done very clearly. You just have to know how to look for it. So once again, Kim Porter's death falling 1 year, 87 days, with the end date included after the eclipse. And in the language of Gematria, total eclipse has this value of 187 in the reverse alphabetic order. In fact, the date that she died, November 15th, Using the standard alphabetic order, this sums to 187. Her name, Kim Porter, if you write out what her full name would be, it's Kimberly Porter. Using the alphabetic order, this also sums to 187. Now, we mentioned how Malibu had the 187 alignment in the age of the city. It was on November 8th. Homicide equals 118. We'll look at the name Kim Porter using the alphabetic order in reverse. Her name also sums to 118. Now, what's so peculiar about this death is that they're reporting that she was aged 47 years old. However, a very quick search for her birthday reveals that she was actually born on December 16th of 1971, showing you that either A, the media does not like to do math, or B, these things are being crafted by a numerical code. Consider that the phrase total eclipse, which has the 187 gematria, also sums to 47 in reduction. So even though she was 46 years old, they're reporting that she's 47. This Freemasonic emblem has a compass on it. The compass is set to 47 degrees, and of course the compass is used to draw the circle, which equals 47 in reduction gematria. Isn't it interesting, too, that 47 is a prime number, the 15th prime number, and the letter that's drawn as a circle is O, the 15th letter. This entire language built around the mathematics of the circle. In the reverse alphabetic order, Scottish Rite of Freemasonry sums to 350. Kim Porter's birth date of December 16th falls on the 350th day of the year. Now, we were talking about all these 187s. Of course, 187, the homicide code there in California, dying 1 year, 87 days after the eclipse. Well, 187 is also the reduction gematria of the secret society Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. The Jesuit Order or Society of Jesus, another secret society interlinked with Masonry, they have reverse gematria of 187. But notice how in the alphabetic order, Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry sums to 448. The phrase eclipse sacrifice sums to 448. In English gematria, this is the cipher that's structured similarly to Jewish with amplified numbers, but the letters are ordered according to today's modern English alphabet. So this 448 alignment between the Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite and eclipse sacrifice is, of course, very interesting. But check out how old she was when she died. Kim Porter, born December 16th of 1971. This means on the date she died, she was exactly 2,448 weeks old, perfect for an eclipse sacrifice. We mentioned how the homicide code involves the number 118. Both the words death and homicide have a numeric value of 118 in Jewish gematria. And not only does Kim Porter sum to 118 in the reverse order, she was born on a date with 118 numerology, 12 plus 16 plus 19 plus 71. So I mentioned the gematria of total eclipse in two of these methods, reverse and reduction. Next, we're going to look at the ordinal value. Total eclipse has an ordinal value of 137. The word total equals 68, eclipse 69. Well, if you instead look at the number of days old Kim Porter was on this date, look at this. She was 17,137 days old. This number 137 is also significant to her relationship with P. Diddy. Notice how the 137th prime number is 773. If you measure from her birth date, December 16th of 71, to P. Diddy's birth date, November 4th, 2 years earlier, it's a span of exactly 773 days. one more thing worth pointing out about Freemasonry is that it's the Scottish Rite. Scottish equals 113 in the alphabetic order. Also, pay attention to the 103 in reverse. Look at the length of the video that CNN gave us, 1 minute, 3 seconds. But this 113 is significant. As of today's date, P. Diddy is a span of 11 months and 3 weeks before his birthday, 113. And if you measure from his birth date back to Kim Porter's, we get 110 weeks and 3 days. So that 113 is coded in here a couple of times. So based on the birthday that we found, December 16th, 71, to today's date, we find that she's actually 46 years old, not 47 like they're reporting. Granted, she is 47 weeks after her birthday, but never mind that. We're going to talk about the number 46. Check out how her birth date, 12 plus 16 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 1, this is called the life lesson number. Her date of birth has a life lesson number of 46. Today, the date she died, November 15th, leaves 46 days on the calendar. Again, the word sacrifice sums to 46. This woman was the baby mama of rapper Diddy. The name Diddy equals 46. In fact, the word rap in the reverse order sums to 46. In the Hebrew language, the words for both kill and murder sum to 46, ordinal. And not only did today have that numerology that lines up with the word kill so well, but think about the day's date, November 15th, 1115. The word killing also sums to 115 in 2 ciphers, both the reverse alphabetic order and the Jewish method. The word Masonic also has this 115. We're talking about Freemasonry here being involved. In Satanic Gematria, where Satanic Gematria sums to 666, this another significant cipher to the language, the word killing sums to 319, just like the word Masonic, 319. In fact, the word Freemasonic equals 319 in Jewish. Today's date, November 15th, is the 319th day of the year. So in my Discord chat, which I'll just pop up here real quick, if you go to my website, gematrinator.com, and you go to the top menu, you'll see a link to the Discord chat. And this is where we're dropping a lot of knowledge for future dates. And, you know, we knew that this date would have a significant celebrity sacrifice. Of course, you could argue there are more significant celebrities than Kim Porter, but the numerology speaks for itself. We knew that 187 was going to be significant to this, and what do you know? The name of the person dying sums to 187. We said it was going to be an eclipse sacrifice, and her age matches the gematria of eclipse sacrifice. This is the same thing we've been revealing for months now on my blog, this crucifixion code in relation to the eclipses. It's what everybody in this freaking world needs to know about if we're ever going to really try and change things, because, you know, a lot of the people who claim to be truther channels do not want to discuss this part of the conspiracy, because they realize that people might actually revolt if they understand that they're being controlled to this extent. And just as one more example about how this code is being used in the mainstream media, not only is the media killing off celebrities for various reasons, whether it's to keep people in a low, sad, vibrational state, whether it's just to confuse and scare people, they're also attempting to divide the public. And anyone with 2 open eyes to see can see this very clearly. And we're being hammered with both racial and gender war propaganda right now in the mainstream. No better example exists than this story that came out of my home state of Wisconsin this past week. Here we got a news story about these kids at a high school who were giving a Nazi salute. And let's just quickly talk about the numerology of this story and how it was crafted by the numbers. Because again, the mainstream media wants everyone reading the news to be wary of one another and stop looking up the chain where they will find who the real conspirators are. So the first thing I want to point out, and thanks to Dan Barrett for making this point, he mentioned how there's exactly 61 kids in this photo. And you can count this for yourself. Download the photo, put dots on their faces, count it out for yourself. I did it myself. You'll find there's 61 kids in here. And the date that this picture made mainstream media was November 12th. 11 plus 12 plus 20 plus 18 equals 61. And all these kids, or almost all of them, are giving a Nazi salute. The phrase Nazi salute has gematria of 61 in the reverse order. The Nazi salute a tribute to Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler equals 61. And here they're talking about this in relation to white power. White power summing to 61. Here's another case where CNN gave us a video that had a coded length. See the 309 down here? Well, what's this story about? The story is about a salute. Salute equals 39 in that same reverse reduction method, where Nazi salute equals 61. Also, these stories are always aligned with the dates that the state it took place in was admitted to the Union. Wisconsin's date of admission, May 29th, is 167 days before this story. 167 is the 39th prime number, so perfect for a story about a salute. This photo was taken in Baraboo, Wisconsin, so let's talk about why Baraboo, Wisconsin would be selected for a Nazi ritual. The word Nazi sums to 58 in the reverse alphabetic order. Baraboo, Wisconsin, when abbreviated, also sums to 58. In English gematria, the word Nazi equals 860. Baraboo's area code is 608, like 3 of these digits in the area code, same 3 digits. This salute is called Sig Heil. Notice how Sig Heil equals 47 and 43 in the reduction methods. Check out Baraboo's coordinates, 43.47 north. What about the fact that it's on the 89th meridian west? Sig Heil salute equals 809 in English extended gematria. As far as Nazi summing to 550 in Jewish gematria, 55 is a number that's special to Wisconsin. Not only does Wisconsin sum to 55, but the date that it was admitted to the Union had a life lesson number of 55, May 29th, 1848. Next, I want to mention the guy who took this photograph. His name was Peter Gust. He's talked about in the CNN article. Notice how the name Gust has the same reduction gematria as the word Nazi, both 22 and 23. If you add every number 1 through 22, like the gematria of Nazi, you get 253. We call this the 22nd triangular number. In gematria, Baraboo, Wisconsin equals 253. Finally, this name, Peter Gust, it has Jewish gematria of 647, which is the 118th prime number. And again, this story taking place in Wisconsin, which sums to 118 reverse. So, hey, call all this a stretch if you want, but why did this story take so long to reach the media in the first place? You know, this was taken at the end of last school year, back in May or June, and now they decided to wait to November to publish it to the mainstream media and the national press. It's because they're operating by a numeric code, the same numeric code that's being used to off these celebrities. So thanks to everybody who jumped in the chat. I see there's a pretty good turnout tonight, so I'm not going to extend this video too much longer. Just wanted to go over the very significant basic numerology of the death of Kim Porter. And for anyone who joined late and missed the first part of this video, last year's Great American Total Solar Eclipse, remember, eclipse is used to code sacrifice rituals. Total eclipse sums to 187, and last year's eclipse was 1 year and 87 days ago. To this date, that remains to be the most recent total solar eclipse. And on this date, November 15th, which sums to 187, the homicide code in California, we got the death of a woman named Kimberly Porter, which sums to 187. And 187 has been all the rage this week. Malibu, California, a city which was incorporated on March 28th, 1991. On the date that the Woolsey Fire, which has since obliterated the city of Malibu, the Woolsey Fire began on the date November 8th. And on that date, the city of Malibu was exactly 10,087 days old, just like that 187 homicide code. When you write out homicide, you get 11/8, just like the date that these fires started, November 8th. Malibu sits on the 118th meridian. Oops. Malibu, California, see the coordinates, 118. Let me just zoom in for you. All right, see that? Malibu, 118.75. So yeah, this homicide code very much in play. By the way, the mayor of Malibu right now is Rick Mullen. And Rick Mullen in the alphabetic order also has that 118 Gematria. All right, everybody. Once again, feel free to pop into my Discord, gematrinator.com. Go to the miscellaneous menu up top. The Discord chat is there. A couple of what you guys said. We do need to rebel at some point, right? I mean, how is it that this is allowed to continue? And, for so long, for so many years, this code was a secret, and it was successfully kept a secret. Only in the recent years has this secret started to come out. And now that it's started to come out, it's a snowballing effect. And I believe it's only a matter of time till enough people do wake up and do something. If I didn't believe that, I wouldn't keep doing the work. All right, everybody, I'm going to sign off. Thanks to all you who jumped in, whether you're watching live or archived. Appreciate your time. Please spread the knowledge, like, subscribe, etc., all that good stuff. All right, keep seeking and speaking that truth. See ya.